Hello and welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. It was a laughter experience. I don't know. We have to give it up for Mr. Zulu though. Like there's a way, you know how points are communicated, and then there's a Zulu way of communicating. So this particular post on Facebook threw me away, like blew me away. So it starts off with a question, which is the basis of our conversation today. It says, whenever I find a man who I tend to love, I show them all of my love, but I always end up with a heartbreak. Right? I'm now trying to look for a serious relationship, but I think since I'm too serious, I'll be hard again. I've cried too much for love. I think I am bewitched. Now, if you know Zulu, you know how this is gonna go, but I mean, it's an issue we have to tackle. Zulu. Hey.
And you know,
yes,
we are coming from that philosophy where it seemed like getting in and getting a feel is the way to search. Get into the relationship and try to feel how it feels. Give your all and hope it works. If it doesn't work, how many times can you attach and detach? And although there was generally no teaching giving us basic,
there was no remove generally. It was you get into life and learn on your own.
You grow up hearing that you should not make women pregnant, don't destroy your life,
Yes.
you'll be caught up by bad women.
Yes.
That as men, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Don't think women are weak, they'll cut you. So
Yeah.
avoid. Then one time, now get married.
We don't care how.
You know, girls are being told to avoid getting pregnant as if it can come by mosquito bite. You know, and suddenly now get married. So people develop this culture of approaching relationships with their hearts out in front.
Yeah.
And surely I understand the source of the confusion, because you're supposed to love a person in order to date them.
Yeah. It's like
You're supposed to feel them.
yes, let's
I like you. Yeah, let's.
we're actually working towards who will say I love you first.
You know,
And of course, because I'm a girl, even if I'm feeling, I will
so
wait.
you feel each other, you
Yes.
feel each other. No. So what happened is people are approaching, checking who fits them, trying to find a mate with this very unsustainable intensity.
Ah, that's what it's called.
With so much expectation to settle with this one.
Yes.
And just the imagination that in case they're not the one makes you feel a sharp pain.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
me, I'll be hurt so much. You know, the deeper the love.
invested.
You know, when they don't pick, you are lost. Now we can't even do shows because Mikali's new catch is not picking calls. You know?
Yes.
And there was another one. Then how many like those can you handle?
Good question. I think we have superpower.
You know, I asked this lady, is this even sustainable? Is this sustainable? And many of them are adults. You may hear that language and to suspect these are children.
No,
These
they
are
don't.
adults.
Yeah.
It's that they have not understood the process of searching, and I returned her and all of us to how we searched for anything else. You used interest, not emotions.
That is true.
You checked what interests you. In fact, when the period comes, and I usually liken to other milestones of life, because marriage is it's an important milestone, but it's not the only milestone.
No.
You have other milestones.
Yes.
You have sought for jobs, sought for cars, sought in houses. If you are a progressive person, you sought for university, you compared the courses, you compared secondary schools, you checked many things. This is not the only thing you are checking, and I'm wondering, why do we behave like this the first time you are making a choice? We behave so reverse. So, and when we went looking for clothes, do you say, let me wear this for a week, I'll tell you how it feels.
Do you know the amount of time we take looking for a piece of land? The due diligence.
Yes. And generally, you start this way because it's a general procedure for looking for something. You prepare to acquire it. That's always the rule. Sellers don't want jokers, and they can tell jokers who have no money,
Yes.
just wasting their time. And they'll not be too slow. Sometimes I would move I liked motorcycles. So I would go into the shops that are selling motorcycles. But I think they can sniff a serious guy. They can tell. So I admire them more out there. You know, just curiously for motorbike.
Yes.
With no intention to buy.
Yes.
But because you can't say you're only here to look, you ask price, you ask something. And I would enter and they just look and continue their life. You know, I came to see the difference the later when I was looking to buy. I remembered what has changed.
Yeah.
It was the same me.
Yes.
At that time, I was just, fantasizing with motorbikes.
You had not prepared to buy.
And then I would stall in and I'm trying to act interested. Sometimes one sales guy there would just pretend to assist you briefly before going back to our business.
Yeah.
But the major guy, the Kalasinga, the Indians, they're not into, they just... Soon another person walks in who is not very different from you, but they are given a lot of attention. They explained many options and how this is a new technology and the offers and why they did not give all that information. The first step to acquire anything is prepare to acquire it.
Yes.
Become the husband for the wife you seek. And those young men who say, this girl has broken my heart, I'm 24, oh, she's 24 as well. They're like, hey bro, you're lost.
Bro,
are you ready to be husband yet?
No.
It's just the emotion, the thing downstairs leading you. See, just a girl looks sexy and now you're running after like a donkey. This girl is coming here. Where's your future man?
Yeah.
You're wasting the time. You're supposed to be preparing to acquire a good woman. It's good, she feels good to be with. But feelings, don't think you have to think for them. This is not the season.
No.
I met many girls I felt like, I felt we crashed on each other mutually. And I told you one of the hardest things to resist is mutual crush.
Yeah.
It's not the time. It's not the time. I had girls like that who, in the village, they know I'm hardworking, they are hardworking, and they think we should, because there was that notion, people can date and grow together. Me, I knew, somehow from some place, my risk is too hard. I had a very high risk. If I fell, I would have fallen. People don't fall on the same level.
And that is true. That is so true.
We can mess both of us the same way.
Yes.
But you fall where your family is.
Yes.
Mind if there's nothing. I knew I would fall back to crocodiles. My father had sold a piece of land to get me to school, and that was my inheritance. He told me, with all due respect, my son, as you can see, you've even gotten a bigger share than your brothers. So you better make something good out of that. It's not pressure.
No falling.
This is not pressure, but as you can see. So me and you, I'm carrying my life like this.
Yes.
And he told me some boys enjoy themselves with women here. Girls discourse. It's okay if you want, but just know I have nothing else to give you in case. So I was knocked to reality earlier in life. And then I had been harassed by poverty and lack. I hate it. To this day, when I see a person who is not sensitive to the humiliation of lacking money, I feel shivers. Shivers. I feel it because I have seen the humiliation of having no money. Having to beg and wait and being dependent on a person. Be sent home for 2 shillings. $0.02 for exams. And all of you, the 8 of you, are sent home for a total of 16 shillings. And I know this guy has a lot of money. He has his bank under the bed. He has a lot of money there. He's selling this, but his mind is not into educating anyone. He's not irresponsible. And I say, this is not life. So my sensitivity to delay and to avoid and to be careful was not coming from the lack of feeling.
No.
I wanted to prepare to acquire a wife at the right time when I'm ready to be a husband. And when I know even if something went wrong there in that relationship, I will not fall back to the ditches. Don't date. If something were to go wrong in the dating, you fall back to 0.
And now you're not falling back alone. You're falling back with children, a wife.
This girl told me, I got this baby daddy when I was second year. Then we stayed together. When he finished campus, he could not work. Now he's cheating all over. I'm here with that child. I'm back at home. And although I feel your pain, how do I help you? Now he's saying, I'll go back. I think I'll go back. Another one saying, I think I'm just waiting here to die.
Okay, not funny, but what?
The way they put it.
Yes.
You wondering, so would you like a dying song? Why are you writing for me? They don't want to fight out or stand on their life. And I'm saying, I'm just wondering to myself, after you languished under luck,
Yeah.
and you saw other women, their lives torn to pieces. We read John and Wamu. Some stories, I think God had blessed them that warned me. There was a guy who was a genius, John.
Yeah.
He had scholarships, but he impregnated a girl and ruined his life in one act like this. I sat down and calculated. If I wait, what do I lose? I did not have counselors, but I said, there are guys who have waited, Catholic priests.
Yes.
They would keep themselves and just stay at. And they've become very successful. They don't have families, but I used to admire that part of their life.
Yeah.
That they may not have a lot of romance, but they seem happy. Those are the only guys who seemed disciplined in my area.
Okay.
So they kept a reclusive life. Got trained, and you hear, and I'm wondering, this guy does not have drama. I mean, I don't want to be that kind of celibate, but the way he lived between here is admirable.
Ah.
I had a few guys who were aspiring to be priests.
Okay.
And we're studying the same. So I used to like that discipline and focus. It used to thrill me. Boy, do you have biology? Do you feel what you feel? You know, and I interviewed several.
Oh.
In campus, they told me, I feel everything. I just don't focus on it. If you don't focus on it, it dies. That sounds so easy. You know, I had guys, you never caught them in any scandal. Never. And they were admired by teachers, self-control, and they're biologically functional.
Yes.
At first, we suspected they were eunuchs. We realized they were not eunuchs.
You know, there are the rumors that go around when you're in school. Yeah.
These guys were very normal.
Yeah.
But they aimed to becoming a priest. So I'm saying, so this guy can just decide because of what he's becoming, how to live here.
Yes.
Me, I want to marry one day, but in between here, I want to manage my life. And one of the things you need to realize is if you want a car, plot, a house, check how much it costs, then build that preparedness, save the money, acquire the money, that is a period that many people never do. And it can destroy your future so much. Remember, there's a difference between booking a partner for your future and short-changing your future. I'm using the common language.
Yes.
I booked.
Yes. I booked.
You know, there's a difference between enjoying your youth and destroying your tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of the things I had seen carefully is that the shining stars were brought down like this. Shining stars. Many of them, it was not any other scandal, stealing money or getting arrested. It was all relationships. The shining stars, otherwise shining stars in my village. And I used to mourn personally. My grieving was always personal, and I can't tell anybody. The guy who had topped our primary school those years had gone here, then scandal. I'm saying, who then will lift us? I used to feel the pain in my chest. And I would sit quietly and say, does it mean it's impossible? But there was a lady who had gone ahead, and I met her over here in Nairobi later. When she'd done a wedding, done a master, she has a good family, and when we reconnected, I told her, you made us know it is possible. She was the only girl from our primary school in that generation span of like 10 years, the people you had been in school at the same time, who you could see going ahead. But you start by preparing enough to acquire what you want. Number 2 is you examine the market and only interact with them that spark your interest.
Okay.
You look at all the single men around, single women around, only those who capture your interest do you come closer to look. We use interest, not emotions. Oh, she seems interesting. Those are the only girls you're supposed to meet, to chat, to check online. Start by photos, do they seem interesting? Interest is the basic thing.
Yes.
Then emotions and love. Love is the final thing there.
Yeah.
Love is very strong. Once it's in, you can hardly control, and it's very intense emotions.
Yeah.
These feelings interfere with your thinking. But when it's only interesting, seems interesting, let me know more. But then those don't spark your interest. Don't waste time with them. Don't even reply. Don't give them hopes. There are people who show interest in you, but you don't catch it yourself.
Yeah.
Some you try to talk like colleagues or friends. In the talking, you can see whether there's any potential chemistry. Yeah. So that something is what we use to search.
Okay.
I don't like Kilimani, so I have no interest in the houses there. I don't ask for those prices.
That's true.
Generally.
That is true.
You know,
That is true.
so this kind of women like this, me, I have no interest in them. So I will not bother checking. This life is limited. We have limited time, limited energy, limited everything. The searching requires traveling, energy, time. So the areas that I have no interest in, I simply don't venture there. So don't waste time with people you have no basic interest in. You know what sparks with you. I like Langata so much. Let me check the houses there. Now I'm checking the ones that I both like and are within my budget.
Yes.
So where those ones coincide, I check the price. Even if my budget is 2 million and these guys are talking about 3 million, now 3 million and 2 million are bargainable.
Yes.
But if they rate 10 million, I know that's outside my range.
Yes.
If they rate only 200,000, that's not the quality I'm looking for.
Yep.
So you are aware of the gauge you're looking for. Dating goes like that. The gauge is the age group, you can see basic lifestyle. If you wanted a person who, you can see on their timeline what they spend their days doing. Is it partying, drinking? You can see the lifestyle.
Yes.
Another person is just posting church and Bible and church and Bible. This one is a church mouse. This one has no life. Or maybe they're the evangelistic phase of life. For some people, the evangelism is a phase of life. The partying is a phase of life.
Yes.
Maybe they are that phase of life, and that's not where I am. So that's the second phase of choosing anything. A partner, a school, a degree, a plot. First, qualify for it.
Yes.
So that the sellers can respect you. And can know you are here to buy. The second thing is check the ones that spark your interest, the men that seem interesting, the women that seem interesting. It's caught my eye. So tell me more about this. We chat, the interest can die off. That's not what I thought.
Yeah.
I move on.
Yeah.
What I thought. Oh, let me look at that car. Oh, so you said, oh, okay. It's all right. Thank you. The interest dies.
Yeah.
Others, they become more interesting.
Yes.
Looks more intriguing. Tell me more about that. Or let me look at the papers. The ones that now seem more interesting, you dig deeper.
Okay.
You have still not fallen in love. You're still at the liking level. You're still at the interest level. Now, the next phase is when now we have talked to this guy, this girl, and realize we have more congruence. We have more. We view life more. We have more. Now I develop imaginations for life together because I've seen where she comes from, how she's thinking, the life she has. That imagination and a possibility and a picture, for me, being with her is what sparks the real feelings.
Okay.
How it feels her being next to me. How it feels introducing her to people. How it feels being proud this is my woman. It is that now that makes me connect to how she's the scent, how she smiles, how she laughs. She begins to get into my system. This is the point of feelings.
Oh yeah.
But I don't allow her to start imprinting my head unless she's also looking.
Okay.
And she's developing interest in me. I don't swim at the deep end if the person I'm swimming with is still at the shallow end.
Yes.
As we talk on phone, I can tell how much we are rhyming, how much I throw things and you pick them up.
Yeah.
How much you feel like how much you feel like there's a congruence, we are agreeing. That is very important, because if I go ahead of you, I made that mistake once and it costed me a lot of raw pain. Sincere feelings and a bad feeling, bad timing produce the rawest pain. It is raw because it is stupid. You brought it on yourself.
Yeah.
You can't blame anybody. You jump to yourself, It's like hitting a wall. Don't overdo. Make sure you get gestures back.
Okay.
As you send gestures forward. Don't be the one texting, sending, just keep sending again. You come out just desperate. We were told if you hit the iron while it's hot. If it's not hot, hit it until it gets hot. We were told that persistence. Where we were coming from, don't take no for an answer. So where we are coming from, it was that persist, man, go for it. Don't take no for an answer.
Bro.
The bro code.
Yes.
Aim at a thing. Champions don't give up, man. Go for it.
Oh my God. God.
Set a goal and go for it and don't look this way. We had examples like when a lion is running after an antelope and other two antelopes cross the way. It stays with the one, even if those ones crossed nearer.
Yes.
Because actually they planned that to confuse. The antelopes use that to confuse. So, and I am not
Wavering.
what they have not taught us with people that rule as an exception.
Oh, okay.
there's a clause there.
Oh.
There's a clause there to say the other person also has a choice. These other goals in life, like the degree or the job or the money, did not have an opinion. They just took effort, acquire, get it. Human beings have an opinion.
They do.
The place of feelings is where you've confirmed, I find this person exciting. If they want me back, we can make it now to love. Love is a decision.
Okay.
Please.
I fell.
Love is good feelings sealed with a choice to commit there.
Okay.
You validate and decide to build where you have found. They told me when they do hydrological survey, when they want to drill a well to check where they can find water closets, they told me a difference of half a meter can take you many 100 feet down. There's something they measure that looks like magic, more than magic than science. Because there's something that stands up, goes down. Water, yes. If it depends only small, water is only. I saw it when I was young, and I've been trying to research about it. Was it magic or science? Because water is not magnetic. How are they capturing
Yes.
But they told me the water-bearing rocks have a certain attributes that you can electronically take. There's some things they have gadgets.
Okay.
So you need to do a hydrological survey before you start drilling. They survey the area. When you look with your eyes, they look at the tree. There, trees are greener. It means when you just want to dig, the digging of wells, there we don't have technology. But the guys who have technology, they want precision, and they don't even dig. It's just a pipe.
Yes.
You want precision. Once you've established this possibility here, they told me just because I've surveyed and see this possibility of water, it's not a contract to drill the well. There must be now a contract to pay and drill.
Yes.
And also to undertake because sometimes they can underestimate that it is upon you. You know? And sometimes you pay a different surveyor from the one who's drilling, so that they don't encourage you too much. They want the job, so they can tell you, they can underestimate the work for you to commit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a different surveyor who can give you objective, who does not drill. They just survey, and you pay them, they go. You know? Listen, you need to survey how deep the other person is falling for you before you start the drilling, the investing.
Okay.
This emotions level must not be spread out to many people. That's what gets you tired.
Okay.
When you attach and detach to too many people and you fall in love alone and you start expecting and dreaming with them, and then they disappear and you have to remove their taste from your mouth and try to recondition another taste. You can't do that 3 times. You'll be tired. You'll be tired. And that's how people... Love is a scam. Nobody is faithful. These are people... These are people who got too invested, too heartbroken, and gave up. The solution is to always to do one thing. Once I realized this girl, we rhyme so well, now I check her own availability and readiness.
Okay.
Once I realize, many of them will never tell you I'm not ready. It's their behavior you have to read. Once I realize she's not ready, I pull out and go. The disappointment there is small. There was no exclusive relationship. I pursued it and I realized we were not at the same place in the calendar of life. And I moved on. And that's why I told you it took me 2 hours to accept that I was alone in this. And I dust off and go. When they told David the child has died, he rose up and ate, although he was not eating when the child was sick.
Yeah.
The third step is now when you decide to be lovers now, to get into love. When you realize it consummates, there's a warning here.
Yes.
Just because now you realize we rhyme, actually, I want to spend my life with you. Me too. We don't settle there.
Okay.
We must do the ceremony and officialize things. Why is a ceremony important? To give your life a closure of before and after. And don't stay after getting into a relationship and we are ready, both of us, for 2 years. Once you decide we are getting into it, we start the paperwork to conduct transfer of the asset. So you started by preparing to get it.
Yes.
You went searching, and you're only inquiring where there is interest. After you acquire, you find the one you're interested in, you negotiate, you realize there's actually agreement between price and your offer. Now, you start the process of transfer. Rora show, pre-wedding. Whenever you start a relationship, don't settle there. Start spending a weekend there, spending another one there. You will crash again. You can destroy a legit thing if you handle it badly. Could have been a good relationship, but instead of you going to the finishing line, you started enjoying yourself there, thinking it is as good as if you are already married. You know, you are going to get married anyway. It is as good as if
our intentions are right.
You know, be very careful. Once you come, temptations flare high.
Yeah.
Once you realize now we will be an item, it's a very exciting. That's when you need to be more careful and increase speed to officialize. My girl was saying, my people are suggesting August because December that's another. That was their thing. What's another month?
That has nothing to do with me.
What's another 4 months of holding?
No.
And as I told you, when you date right, you can't keep it wrong. You can't keep it long because you're controlling yourself. There will be people stay for long because they are no longer controlling themselves. They're indulging in everything.
Yeah.
And they lose track of time. They lose track of control. Later, after we did it, realize, we needed to do it at that time. Life is moving. There's no vacuum for extensive years of dating.
No.
Anybody counting years in this love state is lost. They are doing things, you are hurting yourself. You've lost track. Once you found the one you rhyme, start formalization. Keep sex out of it. Keep living together out of it. Take it to the close. And I told you the purpose of a ceremony. It gives you clarity. This chapter is closed.
Yes.
This one is opened.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's a famous line. Do this. See those two feelings you have? Take them, Return your feelings to your pocket. They are not needed here. We've already been told where exactly we need those feelings to be at. All you need to ask yourself about every new person you meet is, do I feel anything about them? That anything is the potential for loving them if they turn out to be a good fit. If they don't, you stop at the initial liking and go on. If you feel something for them, now you take a closer look. After examining them, you'll frequently find deal breakers with them, then you drop them. Look around for the next. It's the same way you search for any property. If they catch your eye, you come closer and you look. If you like what you see, you do more inquiry. If it suits you, only then do you commit with a deposit, and then you start the transfer process. Stop committing to everything that catches your eye. That's why you're getting tired. Drops mic, drops phone. That's all we had for you today. I hope you laughed as much as I did. Until next time, adios.